I'm sure we've all experienced this before. We've all been there. Getting crossed over is not very fun. It leaves you feeling humiliated in front of everybody in the building. But hey, it happens to the best of us.
Broken ankles can strike anywhere at any time. They can happen to anyone.
And that's exactly what happened to the Black Mamba himself. Kobe Bryant. There's not a single basketball fan who doesn't know who he is. But just in case you've been living under a rock for your entire life, or it so happens that you were born yesterday, let me remind everyone that this man was a straight up killer on the court. There's absolutely nothing he couldn't do with the ball. No matter how difficult the shot was, in his mind, he knew he could make it. Literally no one can stop him. He would demolish whoever was standing in front of him. And with his relentless defense, he would lock down whoever he was standing in front of. Well, most of the time. You see, in this particular incident, it was not an NBA player that made Kobe look foolish. It was actually a player on the Mexican national team that caught Kobe off guard. And his name is Rommel Beck. And his day finally came where he would get his time to shine with a play that had everyone knowing his name after it happened. The year was 2007. It was the FIBA Americas tournament, which took place in Las Vegas, and the purpose of the tournament was to try and qualify for the 2008 Olympic Games. The dominance of the USA men's basketball team is undeniable. They basically win every year the Olympics take place, with one exception in 2004 when they lost to Argentina in the gold medal game. But besides that, no other team has consistently been on top of the basketball world like the United States has. The tournament started off as expected, with the USA team blowing out every opponent that stood in their way, and closed their preliminary play with a 4-0 record, and they would advance to the second round, with Mexico waiting for them on the other side. The game began like any other normal game. The United States came out strong, with a big early lead, with everyone clicking on all cylinders. But then, late in the third quarter, it happened.
Very, very young teams for the United States. And what a
Rommel Beck hits Kobe with a mean crossover that Kobe clearly bid on and continues to rise up for a three-pointer. Kobe tries his best to recover, but Beck's move was so devastating that it left Mamba with no chance, and actually got fouled during the process to complete the 4-point play right in Kobe's mug. And you can clearly see that Bryant was pissed off after that happened, because he takes pride on the defensive end of the court. And I can only imagine just how embarrassing that was, to have a far inferior player getting the best of you. But luckily for the United States, it didn't really shift the momentum at all in any way, because the US would obviously win the game with a 127-100 victory over Mexico. But as for Rommel Beck, he became an instant sensation and was a household name. Well, at least for a few days, as that play would become viral all over the internet and replayed over and over on SportsCenter, and it definitely helped his exposure by the game being broadcasted on ESPN for the whole world to see. Now, to do that to Kobe Bryant, a man who takes defense very seriously, a man who doesn't even like it when NBA superstars score on him, tells you just how special that moment was for Rommel Beck. And for Beck to not even care that an all-time legend was guarding him, and to do what he did, shows you just how cold-blooded that play was. Also, the fact that he was on a team whose country is mostly known for soccer and not basketball is amazing. I mean, I don't even know of any Mexican players who have ever played in the NBA on the top of my head. And here's what Rommel had to say when asked about that play.
I wasn't trying to embarrass him or nothing. It was just a good move, at the right place at the right time, and I was blessed, to be in that position, and God put me in that day. God set that day for me to go out there and shine, and I took advantage of it.
So I know you're probably thinking, what happened to him? Well, Beck did manage to get an opportunity to play for the San Antonio Spurs in the 2009 Summer League, and he also tried out for the Denver Nuggets and Houston Rockets. But it didn't really work out for him in the NBA, even though many people believed that he could have easily competed in the NBA. And as far as Kobe, well, it didn't really have an effect on his career, and he still continued playing at the Hall of Fame level like he always did. And to this day, I don't think Kobe has ever talked about that crossover, and probably never wants to be reminded of it ever again. Alright guys, make sure to comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.